I don't normally make list-type videos, but as I'm reaching rank 150, which will soon be eclipsed by higher rankings anyways, I figured I'd talk about 10 things players learned from Team Fortress 2 by level 150, assuming Team Fortress 2 is their most played FPS. These items are in no particular order of importance, but they are all important. Got it? Okay, moving on. Number 1 is that supports make or break the tide of battle. Ubers break through nests and choke points, spies take down high-value targets instantly, and snipers provide that extra bit of cover or damage depending on the map location. It's not impossible to win a match without a good support, but carrying as Demo, Solly, Heavy, Pyro Scout, or NG likely means the other players are inexperienced and you're probably above their skill level by a fair amount. Number 2, awareness beats aim. Knowing what you need and when you need it will outdo superior aiming. Yes, snipers with incredible aim are frustrating to deal with, but they can only focus on one target at a time to do their job properly. If your team is staggered and you're leaving spawn one by one, guess who has the advantage? And to a further extent, yes, sentry nests are infuriating to deal with sometimes as well, but going all spy usually isn't the answer. A demo man can reliably take out a sentry from a distance, or a sniper can do massive damage to a sentry that's peeking out from corners. Picking the most optimal class is half the battle in Team Fortress 2 or any FPS. 3. Tilting is your greatest enemy. I admit, I myself still have some tilting problems. Some days, I just can't seem to separate the game from my mood and I play poorly. And since I don't play competitively, my skill isn't exactly where I'd like it to be. So, I say this as a pubber. You must learn to take a deep breath and review your situation briefly. Think about where the enemy is gathered, think about what you have available to stop that. Think about where they will likely be coming and going through. If you can do that, your fighting chances increase a fair amount. This is coming from someone with over 1,800 hours total of Team Fortress 2 time, and under 10% of that is on community and off-brand game modes. I pub a lot. Number 4 is that communication creates competent comrades. And even if it's only a single line of text in chat, if you die to a spy in a stairwell and you know that spy is coming for your NG's nest, then you should probably speak up. Letting your team know about what and where things are make coordination much easier. But you also have to make sure that your form of communication isn't more distracting than what you're trying to communicate. If you have a bad microphone, please keep it to text chat. You might end up getting muted instead. Most game modes in Team Fortress 2 can have the tide of battle change in mere seconds. Speaking of which, number 5, 1 minute is a long time. So much can change in 1 minute of Team Fortress 2. How much can happen in 1 minute? If a medic is only healing damaged teammates, a new Uber can be formed on stock, or almost 2 Ubers on a crits or quick fix. And a sentry nest can be erected in under 1 minute as well. The payload cart can be pushed a substantial distance on any map, enough to reach the next point if it's constantly being moved. Capture points can be taken in less than a minute, and a flag can be captured under a minute on every capture the flag map, although 2 Fort really pushes that limit depending on the class. Do not GG when there's a minute left. You can do it. A 1 minute is a long time. Number 6, cosmetics mean very little. Unless it's a game where cosmetics are unlocked through achievements and only achievements, cosmetics, they mean nothing. Wings of V is a good example, where the only way to have a badass looking V is to be a badass at the game. Team Fortress 2? Not so much. With enough money and time, you can have whatever effect you want. Players with cool cosmetics are usually reliable because why would they have all these things unless they were interested in the game? But don't expect them to carry you. It's a team game. Now, on a quick aside, what about Overwatch's golden guns, even though that Overwatch has cosmetic skins? Yes, the guns are there to show that they are more likely to be reliable, but do keep in mind that there are some cases where players buy certain heroes' guns that they're not good with, but they just like playing that hero. Alright? Okay. I bring that up as a side because I want to make sure that people understand that competitively you can buy a golden gun, and that yes, that you have played competitive and that you have a lot more game experience than others, but since you have the choice of which gun you can buy, that doesn't always necessarily reflect skill, and that's something to just keep in mind. If they have a golden gun, chances are more reliable, but not always. Number 7 is to learn your maps and then your favorite classes. Yes, being great with a soldier and a medic and a spy is great. But if you're wandering around the map desperately trying to find out where medkits and ammo are, then you're going to have a tough time flanking, building a solid defense, or even just surviving. This ties into the awareness beats aim point. Knowing all of the shortcuts and little oddities of a map will make your survivability increase substantially. And the good news is, for Team Fortress 2, there are map guides for every map by a plethora of players. Want to know all the nitty-gritty details of a certain map that you like? Do some research. It's available. Number 8 is recognizing friendliness in games. And now, friendlies are an oddity, at least concerning Team Fortress 2, for we have specifically made taunts that allow for cross-team shenanigans. And a fair amount of first-person games don't have that. But little mouse shakes for no and ups for yes, or having a player engage you in a standoff, or crouching to show they're putting themselves at a disadvantage are nearly universal signs in first-person shooter gaming. Learning these subtle visual communications in gaming is almost like a second language, and once you learn to speak it or emote it, you can have some incredibly fun moments in Team Fortress 2 and other games. Or not, it's up to you. It's a game about killing, so if you want to kill people, go for it, but it is important to recognize these things because the visual cues can help you in battle anyways. Number 9 is that blaming the team solves nothing. It just makes you an ass, and no matter what you do, you're going to have bad games. So you might as well do what you can or just leave. Or, better yet, offer team suggestions. People that blame the team, even if they're 100% right in everything that they're saying, will not get very far in competitive games. Communication creates competent comrades, and who would want to team up with a whiny jerk? I sure as hell wouldn't, and certainly not competitively. If they're in a pub, I'll deal with them, but I would never hire somebody like that for a team. So don't be that guy. Learn to cooperate. Don't be a dick. And number 10 is that jack of all trades, master of none is oftentimes better than a master of one. And yes, eventually specializing in a few classes, for example, I typically run heavy, pyro, medic, and engie because I typically prefer area control and denial and support, is good, but learning every class helps you fight other classes. Now, for something like League of Legends or Dota, which aren't necessarily first-person shooters, but they are games with a very wide cast of players, or champions, or whatever they want to call them, that might not be entirely possible given their vast rosters. But to have some knowledge of them would be far more beneficial. For example, as a heavy, if I see a sniper scoped in and I see a big blue dot or a big red dot, I know to stay the hell away. But if I hear him take a shot or see the dot reset, I know I have a small window of opportunity, even where if he hits me, he cannot kill me outright if I'm at full health. So I need to take a gamble and make a daring move if I think it's possible. But if I only played a sniper and I had no idea about how much control a scout really has over double jumps, that's going to be a lot harder to predict. Not impossible, but knowing how a scout thinks makes it much easier to shoot them down. These are 10 things that I think a lot of players eventually learn over their course of getting to 150, or probably just within their first 1,000 hours of Team Fortress 2, and that they don't really play a lot of other first-person shooter games. Team Fortress 2 is a team game. It's a cooperative experience that requires players to not only realize what the team needs, but what they need to do as well. And I think that's one of the magical things about this game. Now, are there some balancing issues, and are there some things that could be done a little bit better? Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to deny that about Team Fortress 2. I mean, no matter how old the game is, there's always going to be something that is slightly better than another thing. There's always going to be impossible moments, and there's always going to be just things that might be slightly overpowered. I mean, In any case, I hope that these are 10 things that you agree that you've learned over the course of Team Fortress 2, and if they're things that you haven't learned or haven't considered, then I urge you to start considering them in your future games, and hopefully they provide a little bit of help to make you better at Team Fortress 2. The only way to get better at it is to play and to practice, and if you want to learn something specific, you look it up and you practice that. Like, even if you just play a lot, like, if you have over 1,000 hours, that's not going to do much for you if you continue to play stupid. I mean, if you enjoy playing that way, cool. But I'm not going to tell you, like, that's the best way to do it. In any case, thank you all so much for watching, and please, stay tuned because more will be coming your way. Bye-bye.